Get a sneak peek of the TeamDynamix user experience in this 5-minute demo video. Although the University of Minnesota's implementation of TDX may not look exactly like what you see in this demo, it still gives you a general sense of the tool's look and feel. Please note, TeamDynamix uses the term request to refer to both requests for help, what we call incident in ServiceNow, and requests for service. This video is a segment of a larger video produced by TeamDynamix.
Here I am, I'm submitting a request. So let's say somebody's having intermittent problems with their wireless performance. We submit this request via the portal. It's going to make sure that that request gets automatically entered into the right queue, the right workflow, given to the right team. And by the way, your clients are instantly communicated with via notification that we've indeed received their request. So let's go ahead and look at this request from a technician perspective. So we've just seen a request get entered where we have an incident that we need to deal with. So from a technician standpoint, we have really nice dashboards that show us everything we need to effectively and efficiently resolve requests. So this request came in, I can open it very easily. This form is very easy to customize with drag and drop builders in case you see fields on here that you wouldn't necessarily need, or there are additional fields you'd like to see. Keep in mind here that we can apply service level agreements, so we make sure that we respond to and resolve incidents or any request within our agreed upon timeframes. Now here, as I work on this, I can click on my Actions button. There's a lot of things I can do here. So if I wanted to, for example, I could launch a remote support session right from the interface. In this case, I'm simply going to update it. Now when I update this item, I have the ability to do things like change the status, I can report time, and I also can respond more quickly because we have a very nice template engine. Technicians want us to save them time. Fewer clicks, the better. So in this case, I have a pre-filled template that I can use to respond, which can associate knowledge articles automatically and notify that client. So as soon as I update that item, that customer is then communicated with, that knowledge may be able to help them self-serve. So it's very easy to respond. Now, one of the other things I mentioned is you can create incidents manually. So let's say rather than an incident coming through that client portal, somebody called in. So as a technician, I have the ability to quickly create new incidents, problems, changes, service requests, releases from my menu. And we also have shortcuts to templates for our most commonly requested items. In this case, my network incident. So let's say that that same person had called in. I'm going to say that I had a wireless performance issue. You'll notice I have type ahead to save time. I can easily see the most recent request that individual has made in case they have already made this request or they're essentially following up on something they've already entered. And this form is specific to the type of request that I'm entering to save me time. So I'm going to go ahead and submit it. Now let's just say that we were looking at our dashboards and we saw an influx of network-related incidents. We may have a problem. So let's talk a minute about problem management. The system allows us to group things together and take action across multiple requests very easily. In this case, I can see I have my wireless related items here. So in this case, I'm going to create a problem. So when I create the problem, it groups these together. I have templates, again, that save me time. And I can have the exact right fields for this type of request. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Now, when we have this problem, as we're reviewing it, we can have workflows applied to the problem to help us resolve this. And here's an example of our workflow builder. It's very easy to use, drag and drop. It looks a lot like Visio, so you don't have to know anything about coding or scripting to apply a workflow that's going to help us adhere to our processes. So let's just say during the process of reviewing this problem, we need to update it with a workaround. I'm going to go ahead and update. I'm going to say we have a workaround with steps 1, 2, and 3, and I could push this out very easily as a knowledge base. So when I do this, I'm also going to update the status of all of those items to in process, and I want to notify all the requesters of all the associated incidents. So what have I done here? I have now communicated with everyone who's been impacted with a workaround that's now a piece of knowledge.